Lately, I've been having the same dream. I find myself on a train, rolling through a rural area I've never seen before. Each night, I return to the same seat, row 4, in a car illuminated by a flickering light. There's a conductor, his face stern and deathly, his presence evoking a strange sense of foreboding. I know this is a dream, but it feels so real that it's hard to shake the unease. As the train rumbles forward, it ferries me through landscapes that transcend logic, volcanoes that burn with searing intensity, glaciers that emanate an icy chill that seems to seep into my very bones, and forests whose towering trees whisper secrets that send shivers down my spine. My awareness that I can lucidly dream adds an unsettling layer. I can usually awaken at will, yet here I am, unable to do so. Then, an abrupt halt, and the conductor's voice resonates through the carriages, announcing our arrival at Glutton Station. The first row of passengers, expressionless and lifeless, exits the train. I glance outside and see a nightmarish scene. Human forms, contorted and twisted, crawling on all fours, greedily devouring the dirt beneath them in some gruesome compulsion. Beside them, gravestones bear names. A wave of nausea sweeps over me as their teeth gnash at the earth, and I realize that they are digging their own graves in a horrifying display of submission to their fate. The train moves on, abandoning those pitiful souls to their ghoulish feast. In a desperate bid to escape, I resort to pinching myself. A sharp pinch brings me back to my senses, and I awaken in a cold sweat. But the following night, I find myself back on the train, my fear mounting as it stops again, this time at Envy Station. The second row of passengers disembarks, their faces mirroring a spectral yearning. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a horrifying panorama, an endless rope snaking into the sky, beckoning upward with a promise of salvation. Desperate figures cling to it, clawing their way upward, only to be yanked back down by the mass of humanity below. As I nervously peek at this sickening cycle, my heart races as I fight to wake myself, desperate to escape this twisted dreamscape, my very soul straining against the iron grip of the dream. But the train journeys onward, arriving at Luscious Station. The third row leaves the train, their expressions somber. Outside, impish creatures pin down newcomers and sew their eyes shut. Beyond them stretches an endless land where men and women wander aimlessly, their eyes forever sealed. The rows in front of me have dwindled, and the realization hits: I'm next. Desperation grips me, its cold fingers squeezing the air from my lungs and replacing it with a sense of impending doom. My pleas intensify, a frantic chorus of mumbled prayers and feverish supplications. God, please help me. I find myself entreating, my voice a blend of panic and desperate hope. Clutching my head in both hands, my fists pound my skull in a desperate attempt to shatter the dream's iron grip, as if physical force could wrench me from the clutches of this nightmarish trance. Yet the train mercilessly presses on, indifferent to my pleas. Its wheels clatter with a relentless rhythm, echoing the racing beat of my heart. I scour my brain for salvation. The practices I've neglected, the small prayers I've brushed aside with casual disregard, every scrap of knowledge I have about breaking free from dreams. They now seem like lifelines. I grasp at them like a drowning man clings to driftwood. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I recite, the words slipping past my lips in a desperate cadence. But despite my fervent efforts, the train shows no signs of relenting. I can sense the encroaching arrival of my own turn. As the train shudders to a halt, I bow my head further and squeeze my eyes shut, still praying. When I open my eyes, I find myself in my own room, sweat soaking my clothes. I heave a sigh of relief, but then a chilling whisper. The same eerie voice penetrates my awakening.
Thou shalt not flee again. Next time shall be thine last.